This warehouse video is brought to you by the Devil's Kazoo Band Don't Take Requests. Step inside the mind of Tom Joyce, where unearthly evil lurks in your neighborhood casual dining restaurant. A secretive sect uses a nefarious device to root out turncoats, and a con man faces his demons compliments of his own seance room. A collection of short stories by Tom Joyce. Hey, Dick and Chad. Doug from New Jersey here. I'm here to talk about a gadget that I saw at a recent computer conference I was at. This is definitely possibly the most expensive gadget ever featured on the Gizwiz. I'm pretty sure it's the device which has traveled the farthest, and probably some of your listeners, depending on their age, may have actually helped pay for this. So the device I'm going to talk about today is the Apollo guidance computer. This particular one that was on display came from the Apollo 15 flight. This is from the command module, and this is the compute section. The other section there was another section which contained the memory, and then there was another device which had the actual navigation guidance system with the gyroscopes and the accelerometers in it. So why did they need a guidance computer? Well, all the flights previous to this all were in Earth orbit, and the guidance was all done from the ground. But since the Apollo module was going to be going further from Earth, and with the delays, they didn't want to have to do communications with the ground for all the navigation. Also, there was a genuine concern that the Russians, because this was the Cold War, may have tried to jam the signals and interfere with the success of the flight. So what was unique about this? Well, first of all, this was one of the first general purpose computers. It wasn't specifically built just to be a guidance computer. What were the specifications on this? Well, it had 2K of RAM, which was actually a lot for the time, and 36K of ROM. And the unique thing about it, people say, oh, we could go to the moon with the power of your watch. Well, your watch isn't controlling over 150 devices. And also takes input from a number of different devices. So this was really a first in the computing. It was the first what we call fully preemptive multitasking computer. It could run multiple programs at the same time and prioritize the task. So it was capable of running 5 programs at the same time, and for the sake of simplicity and performance, each program ran for only a short amount of time and did a very specific task. For example, you may have been to fire thrusters or to orient the spacecraft. The system was controlled. This controller here, which, as you can see, has 3 different spaces. There's a space that has a display, which would just show a status or a command. And then there's a keypad, which the astronauts got very good at typing on without looking at it. And then on the right there's an item which had which would show 3 different numbers or letters, which could indicate the attitude of the craft or the speed or something like that. So what the astronauts do is they would run these programs for a very short amount of time, do things like execute a thrust or turn on the radar or something like that. Obviously, the system worked very well, as when they got to the moon and they did their manual check on the guidance, they were found to only be off by a couple of 100 yards, which was pretty good for the time. So that's my gadget that I wanted to talk to you about. That's the Apollo guidance computer. I also sent Dick a link to the full presentation from the Trenton Computer Festival, and hopefully he can post that in the show notes so that people can take a look at that if they are interested. Thanks a lot, and have a great day, y'all.